Show, talking current events, let the conversation begin. Everything from conspiracies, yeah, I'm talking aliens. Truth bombs that many never knew. We talking politics, everything up to the moon. Was the landing real or fake? I guess you'll never know. Let's talk, this is the Nate and Garrett Show, yeah. So lend me your ear, let's get it poppin'. You know that we keep it live, non-stoppin'. Educating, entertain, there ain't no doubt. After you listen, you'll be thinking way outside the box. From media dishonesty, never let them play you. Keep it authentic nowadays, many can't do. Unfiltered is how we do it. Make sure you stay locked in and tuned in, let's go. Had to come through and let you know. Keep it locked, this is the Nate and Garrett Show. Talking current events, let the conversation begin. Everything from conspiracies, yeah, I'm talking aliens. The Nate and Garrett Show.
And now, welcome to the Nate and Garrett Show. Prepare yourself to be transported to the furthest reaches of reality. As the hosts unravel the mysteries of the universe, the depths of the deep state, the truth hidden in plain sight, all while bringing you the news from this week. Please welcome your hosts, Nate and Garrett.
Hi, Nate. Hey, everybody. Well, guys, sorry for the late start. I know we like to be about 20 minutes earlier, but here we are. Better late than never. Yes. Good. How about you? Good. Valentine's Day over the weekend. Did you do anything fun? Nope. it was my nephew's birthday, so we did a little birthday party with him and hung out with my wife and my daughter. She's kind of at a fun age where she's starting to understand what holidays and stuff are. So yeah, it was fun. She did. She really did. You know, the presents and all of that. She enjoyed it. But Big Red Hearts. That was always fun when we were kids. I can't hear. You guys can hear me though? Kenobi, can you hear him?
Hello. Oh, I bet they can hear me now.
Any better? That would be weird.
Can you hear me now? I think they can. I can see it moving now, and it wasn't before.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know. We're always like 30 seconds ahead of everyone else, but I guess we could act like they could hear you until we know more. But
it's strange that would happen. Oh, man, it's got to be working now.
Okay, good. We're good.
Okay, nice.
We're live.
We're live.
But it is crazy how much different. I mean, Valentine's Day was always fun when you were younger. You remember we made those boxes and everyone handed out Valentine's Day and our cards. Yeah. And you got the candy and stuff.
Yep, a little bit nerve-wracking if you.
Yeah.
You know, you had a crush on a girl in 5th grade or 6th grade or whatever.
You give them a bigger piece of candy or give them a better card,
Yeah.
A better X-Men or Ninja Turtles card.
That's how you find true love, is if they like the right Ninja Turtle.
Oh, God, what do I got to get? Got to do this, got to do that. I get roses again.
Wow, your wife's right now, Mags, is thinking, well, how romantic.
I did good this time. I got us a murder mystery type of a game that I'm excited for us to do some night.
Oh, cool. A new board game.
Yeah, you kind of. So there's like, you know, like they have like subscription boxes that every month they send you for people that are into like, I don't know, CrossFit. They'll send you like kind of CrossFit type of stuff and clothes and workout stuff. There's one that's like a murder mystery one that has a couple different genres, like more of a horror one, more of like just like a dive bar one, where every month they send you different clues and you kind of put it back with the other clues they sent and stuff. And this is kind of like a big season all in one. And it's getting great reviews, so I'm excited to try it.
So it's like a months long game?
Months. Like, yeah, we're talking like, I think at least half a year. But this is kind of
that's
like.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is like an old one they packaged together, though, and just put it in one box. You can sit down. It supposedly takes about only like 2 hours. And it's not like a board game where you just play over and over because you know all of it.
Right.
But
that would be fun.
Yeah, I know. But the subscription, it is kind of going crazy. It is kind of crazy, those monthly subscription boxes. Have you tried any of those?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, they're kind of interesting. I'm into murder. Yeah. I've tried a couple. I have tried the CrossFit one, and it's good for a little bit. And
So they
but,
just send you every month. They send you a
yep,
package of goods related to
yep.
your hobby.
And a lot of times, like the first gym ones, the first workout ones, they always kind of sucked. It's more like different samples of different pre-workouts and supplements and stuff. And I think they would go to different manufacturers saying, "Hey, I'm sending this out. Do you have any free samples you want to send people?" And you get a couple servings to try it out. But then it's kind of evolved into, it's kind of evolved into a little bit better stuff now this time.
Okay,
But
cool.
it started pretty, but then you'll see like, those little Funko Pops.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever talked about those, but like, they'll have a box built around that called like loot box, nerd box and stuff like that get kind of get big, but so it's kind of built off of that. But
And you get you kind of get a mystery package every month to look
yeah,
forward to.
that's the best part.
Yeah,
You're
that's
buying,
cool.
it's a bunch of crap that you normally, I don't know about the makeup ones, but the ones I've done, they're mainly crap that I would never buy, but it's just kind of fun to get in the mail.
Yeah,
Every
I get
month
it.
just to see what's in there and stuff.
Yeah.
And with the loot crate ones, there's a bunch of people that go in and watch the unboxings and stuff, because they'll even have like special boxes where they'll throw like an autograph of like, I don't know, Stephen King in there or something like that.
Okay,
Where it's
cool.
like, oh, I got the good box this time. So they kind of do some cool stuff like that.
I see. Yeah, that's
Kind of
interesting.
addicting, but you'll see like channels on YouTube devoted to just opening those up. It's kind of weird. It sounds really boring, but I'll fall into a rabbit hole a lot of times where I'll go and do it.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who's the guy that was it Tim Ferriss? Is he the 20-hour work week guy?
Yeah. 4 hour
He does
work week.
one where it's like $1,000 and it's one box. And it's like just a one time a year thing. And he sends those out. It's supposed to be filled with a bunch of high end stuff. Those are fun to watch.
Cool. I like Kenobi's idea. Let's start a MAGA mystery box. Dude, we'd probably sell a ton of those.
Dude, we should do a Q box. You know what I have? I have a fascination on the internet right now of going and reading about people that are still Q believers.
It is
Can you imagine
super
what a
interesting.
Q box would have done 6 months ago? We were
Oh,
rich.
yeah, that would have been a great idea. Nothing can
it's
stop
just
what's
blowing up.
coming. Dude, we could start a Q box, and every month or every week, whenever we send it out, it could have the same thing that says, "Next week, boom week."
This is the calm before the storm.
Get
They
ready.
put some storm stuff in there like a raincoat.
That's
This is
great.
the calm.
It's
You can ne-
coming.
and when people try to cancel, you'll be like, you can never stop what's coming.
That's right. You
Yeah, but
felt
I
the
have-
deep state got to you.
When I'm bored and it's kind of late, I'm thinking, what rabbit hole should I go to? Yeah, I've got to go back. I'm going to go check out Praying Medic's Gab. And I'll go and like, for a while, he completely quit. I don't even call it, I guess, gabbing because it's not tweeting, but he completely stopped. He used to do it forever. For people that don't know, he's kind of a guy that cashed in on, oh God, Kenobi's coming with some great ideas here.
Kenobi, you shouldn't
he's-
tell us this. You should have went
No,
made your
Either-
money on
where
this.
you going? He's the guy that like he wrote a few books about Q, and he was kind of a charlatan to begin with. Like he was supposedly a faith healer, and then he was also a guy that supposedly Jesus sent him dreams that were supposedly prophetic and stuff. And of course, these dreams turned to I dreamt of Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden on
Riding
their
a white
knees
horse.
with handcuffs, and there's a big lightning bolt, and Trump was standing above them with Thor's hammer and just crazy shit. And once Q happened, he got he kind of right place at the right time, got a huge following. He tweeted nonstop about it, and always comparing it to biblical stuff. Even after he basically was saying, "All right, the storm's here," the day before the inauguration, "Storm's here." Kept tweeting that, "Here it is, be ready," boom. And when it missed, he
Yeah.
just said something like, well, if Jesus' disciples would have followed the 72-hour rule, they would have been a lot less disappointed. Kind of meaning like, even though the goalpost has been pushed back so much, give it 3 days, guys.
Keep
Let's
waiting,
see.
yeah. When I said tomorrow, I meant,
Do
3
you-
days
Do you know
from now.
there is a new date? Did you know that? It's like in March
No.
something.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Yeah, March something. And the whole Q thing now is, well, Biden's not really in the White House because White House is what is it? It's the United States, not the United States of America. One is just a corporation. And if you see the military's in charge and they're surrounding the White House, and he's really not ruling. He's actually just in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would he do that? Why would they like set up this big elaborate fake jail for a guy?
I know.
If they're really going to arrest him.
I've seen people saying that. It is weird that he's just having the Capitol surrounded by National Guard and that fence. He said through the end of the year. I don't know if you saw that.
God, I did. Is that going to be for real?
Yeah, he's going to have the National Guard there till the end of the year at least, which is weird. It's weird to me.
We haven't talked about is just how unpopular he really is. We're told
saying he's a body double. He's probably a clone.
But this is supposedly the most votes the president's ever gotten, which at one sense you kind of expect every 4 years our population is a little bit bigger and a little bit older, so it'd be more votes. But this is a year where they basically told people to not go to the polls, and I just can't really believe that Biden inspires much passion from people. But if you go and look at what was it? I think it was Instagram. Instagram was forcibly making people follow the White House's Instagram, and they go in and click unfollow. And they close it down.
They get refollowed. I didn't know that.
Over and over. Yeah, a couple of halfway famous people came out and spoke out about it. Like, God damn it, I can't unfollow. And if you go to their Instagram, it used to be just tons of comments going, "What the fuck's going on? I can't unfollow this."
That's funny.
It was just a ton of it. And we showed, I think, early on, the state of the inauguration speech that Biden did, that YouTube was deleting thumbs down. I mean, how weird is that? And now anything that recently there was a new one where in their comments it said something like, "Tell us what you think about Biden's plan to battle COVID," and the comments were turned off, and it had 30,000 downvotes and 100 upvotes.
That's great. So they asked for comments, but then they had to disable them.
And it's crazy how unpopular this guy is in YouTube, and we know YouTube has a huge left lean to it.
Dude, are you seeing this?
You see that Ben Sassus got more votes than Trump?
Got more Nebraska votes than Trump? Dude, that makes me think that he cheated. That Sass freaking cheated.
So Nebraska people don't know. They divide up. There's not a whole lot of votes there, but they divide them up. Most states are you win all of them or not of them. Nebraska divides it up into each district. And District 2 is Omaha, so it's the big city, which usually leaned more left. And once Biden won Omaha, according to the odds makers, his odds of winning skyrocketed because it took away the tie. A tie basically goes to Trump, but when he lost Omaha at the time, it took away his chance of a tie, and it brought him chances of winning from 20% to 60%. One electoral vote.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. But
it looked like for a while it was going to be a tie, and a tie goes to Trump.
Okay.
Because then it goes to the House, and they vote by state, not by seat, and he easily had that.
Are you making the point overall that it doesn't look like Biden got 80 million votes? Because I still don't think he did. You know what I mean?
I've said in the show numerous times, I think most of the fixing happened with the media telling you over and over and over, hey, the polls show that Biden's going to win Wisconsin by 14%, and Trump's going to complete coin toss for Florida, and he's going to get killed in all these swing states. There's a really weird phenomenon where people, undecideds, will swing towards the person that they just think is going to win. And the media forever was telling you that this is a blowout. And they basically said this is a bigger blowout than that statistically it's impossible. They had Nate Silver come out and say basically enough people have voted by now and we haven't seen the changes in the polls. So the only way Trump could win is by a rigged election. Nate Silver said that, and they ran that on CNN and stuff. I think that's where the most of the rigging happened.
Yeah.
There's still some rigging. Obvious stuff. We haven't even talked about the Times article that talking about the cabal that they put together to oust Trump. And it talked about changing the voting rules to make sure that mail-in voting happened. Everyone should go read this. If you guys haven't, it's crazy. They're basically admitting a lot of this. They talk about how they're changing the poll watchers to make sure the poll watchers are Democrats and fans of Biden. Why would a poll watcher matter?
Yeah, unless you're cheating.
Yep, unless you're cheating.
But I think they cheated. I really do. But the Republicans were unable to prove it, apparently. So I just accept it.
If they did, shame on the Republicans. The media, I expect nothing of. The Democrats now, after how they're cheering on censorship, I expect nothing of them. But the Republican Party and stuff, they acted like, and it's not like they said, we suspect this, we don't know, but we don't have any. They're basically telling us they had mountains of evidence.
Yeah.
How many times do we hear about the Kraken being released?
That's what they said we have all the evidence.
Even Trump, when the whole Capitol Hill insurrection thing, he kept saying, he's I'm going to show you guys mountains of evidence. And he didn't come through.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. I never saw mountains of evidence at all. And they all said that. They said, oh, we've got it all. Just wait. Nothing. So that's why I accept Biden's president, because the right was never able to prove shit. So I guess it was all nonsense.
It's weird how they quit counting, and they said they were done for the night, but they weren't. And you could see the media was even reporting it. But the fact checkers tell us they didn't quit counting. Well, they didn't, but they told everyone they did. They sent everyone home.
Yeah, I mean,
and they just said, well, the Republicans decided to go home. That doesn't happen.
No, and there was tons of blocking out auditors and all sorts of shady stuff.
There was so much shady stuff.
That's why I still think it's fraud, but I can't prove it. So, apparently no one else can either. So I just accept it, I guess.
I still think most of it happened before the election happened. That's why when we're talking on the show, I said I think that the odds of Trump winning are almost zero, because I saw it happening. They kept telling everyone Trump has no chance. He has no chance. He has no chance. Here's a new poll. He has no chance. Here's a new poll. He's losing by 11%, and he obviously didn't. But they don't care. They got what they needed. You know? And if it doesn't happen, if he wins, the media doesn't look like they're dumb then. It looks like Nate Silver and those guys are dumb. Those guys are easy to toss aside. And so he lost by a few thousand. If you had 50,000 votes to distribute out of how many, 120 something million votes? I mean, that's the closest election ever, Yeah,
in a couple key places.
Yep. And the media more than made up for that.
Yeah.
But like you said, they failed by trying to prove this to us.
Right.
But I mean, speaking of that, he obviously acquitted.
Yeah, that's why he got acquitted. When did that happen? 2 days ago?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Okay. Yep, he got acquitted again.
But acquitted again. Obviously, there was a very flimsy case. In fact, they took some of the tweets on the left, by actual congressmen and stuff, that they were basically saying to harass Trump and all that, and they changed that to Biden, and they showed other sitting congressmen, and they're just saying, "Oh my God, how is this person not in jail and stuff?" And they're like, "Oh, actually, that was actually Senator whoever. I can't remember who it was right now, but."
You mean when they were calling for people to be harassed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. I know they did that with a few of the Democrats' tweets, but Maxine Waters.
That's the big one. Yep. Yeah. And they took hers, attributed that to Trump, showed other congressmen to ask if that's okay, and they were saying how someone should be in jail for tweeting that.
I love it. Yeah. And then they said, "Oh, actually, that's Maxine Waters' tweet," and then they went, "Oh, never mind, it's fine then."
We're getting a little out of order how we're going to start this, but show Trump's lawyer talking to. Who was he talking to? Impeachment. There we go.
Okay, let me bring up the. Okay.
This is great. This is one of the reasons we started the show, was just to show how bad our media really is. And this is by CBS. I think he does a really good job of getting this through. It's a little bit of a longer clip, but it's really a fun one and kind of educational.
Okay.
So this is Mike Vanderveen. If you don't know, his name is getting dragged through the mud right now. He's getting death threats. They're making fun of him because he does PI type of stuff. So they're calling him an ambulance chaser, just all sorts of stuff. So he's basically had enough at this point. But this is a really good and important interview.
And he was Trump's lawyer for the impeachment.
Yep.
Okay.
Joining me now is former President Trump's attorney, Michael Vanderveen. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Let's get right into those words that we heard from Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. He ended the trial with this passionate speech about President Trump's involvement in the insurrection. During it, he said that the former president is still liable for everything he did during
insurrection.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
We had Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Still do, by the way. The media won't talk about it because they wound up this toy they don't know how to unwind.
Yeah.
But they did $3 billion in numerous deaths and injuries. And that's fine. And by the way, Capitol Hill has also had major other protests before, and it was never an insurrection until now.
Right. Now it's an insurrection.
This is a script that writes itself, of course.
Unreal. All right.
during his period in office. Are you expecting to face more charges against Mr. Trump in the near future, and do you anticipate being part of that defense?
No, that's just political rhetoric, and I was hopeful that something would come out of this, that the political rhetoric would stop out of Washington, D.C., but I guess apparently it hasn't.
Nope.
Were you, though, surprised to hear those words coming from the leader of the Republican Party in the Senate?
I'm not surprised to hear a politician say anything at all.
Perfect answer.
Yeah. Well, throughout the trial, you denied that Mr. Trump had a role in inciting the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol. Okay. You argued, first of all, that there was no insurrection, but during your closing arguments, you seemingly admitted that there was, in fact, an insurrection, using that word, saying that was not up for debate. What role did the former president play?
You didn't understand the case. I used the word
I'll give you the opportunity to clarify, sir.
Sure. I used the word insurrection in my closing argument when quoting the charging documents. What happened at the Capitol on January 6th is absolutely horrific. But what happened at the Capitol during this trial was not too far away from that. The prosecutors in this case doctored evidence. They did not investigate this case, and when they had to come
really quick.
To the court.
So this happened. They're taking some people's tweets, and if people don't know about Twitter, if you have a blue check mark, basically meaning you're verified. They've checked who you really are. You're supposedly someone kind of important, that sort of thing, and that's important because if you don't have a check mark, you could just be a random bot that could say anything. And they were trying to use people's tweets to prove that somehow Trump started this insurrection. And they had to add check marks that weren't there to different tweets to make it look like they were actually verified people saying this. And they faked it. There's people that have came up forward and said, whoa, that's my tweet. I am not verified now. I've never been verified. They added that.
Who the defense did or whatever. Or no, I guess the prosecutors did.
The Democrats argument, they used that to make their argument, to make their case. Another thing they did is they changed a year on the tweet. I think they had if somebody tweeted something in February 2021, let's say, I don't remember the date, and they changed it to 2020, so the timeline fit way better to make the case for them.
Whoa.
But if they had the initial date, it would have been a nothing tweet.
I could see that being a huge lie.
Yeah, and then they did other little stuff not little, because they're basically, what would happen in a criminal attorney if the defense was doing this? They would be disbarred and the case would be dropped, for, that'd be very bad for a lawyer to do.
Yeah, no kidding.
They also did something with his speeches where they kind of tried to edit it to what he was saying and the timeline and stuff, but they kind of talk about it here, but briefly, because she doesn't let him talk much, but I wanted to give people a little bit of a kind of heads up on what's happening.
Of the Senate to put their case on because they hadn't done any investigation. They doctored evidence. It was absolutely shocking. I think when we discovered it and we were able to expose it and put it out, I think it turned a lot of senators. The American people should not be putting up with this. They need to look at who these House managers were and look to see whether these are the folks they want representing them. It was shocking to me. Wouldn't have believed it.
Let's follow up with a point that you're making right now about the House managers, as you say, doctoring evidence, and the argument.
They didn't
to be
deny
clear for our
it.
viewers,
They didn't deny it. I put it in front of them 3 times.
To be clear for our viewers, what you're talking about now is a check mark. That's a verification on Twitter that did not exist on that particular tweet. A 2020 that should have actually read 2021, and the selective editing, you say, of the tapes. Is that the doctored evidence of what you're speaking?
That's not enough for you? That's not.
Well, I could let him say it, but she said 3 really huge things and said, "Is that what you're referring to?"
She did a good job of making it seem like they were small things, though. With the way she
made it sound like they were just little accidents. Well, there's a little check mark here, and there's a date that was mistaken. That's not at all what happened.
A 2020 or 2021? What's the big deal? Well, that could be really important. Like, I don't know what they're discussing, really, but if you change the date of some piece of evidence, that could be really important.
It's a mistrial right there. It's thrown out at that point, and you're being disbarred. You're losing everything.
Yeah, can you imagine if the right did this?
Yeah.
They would be going nuts if someone on the right did this.
They'd be calling this a fascism and all of that.
Lying. I mean,
this is what gaslighting looks like. And notice how she said the insurrection over and over and over.
Oh yeah.
It's gaslighting.
Yep.
Not enough for you?
Wait. No,
sir,
no. I'm trying.
Listen,
I'm not a juror in this trial. What I'm trying to be clear for our viewers is what you're referring to, because not everybody has been following.
It's not okay.
Not everybody,
to doctor
sir,
a little bit of evidence.
Respectfully. I have not said it is. I have not said it is okay.
Ma'am, your question is
I want to be clear for our viewers.
Listen, what has to happen is
I want to be clear for our viewers about what exactly you're saying when you say doctored evidence.
The media has to start telling the right story in this country. The media is trying to divide this country. You are bloodthirsty for ratings, and as such, you're asking questions now that are already set up with a fact pattern. I can't believe you would ask me a question indicating that it's all right just to doctor a little bit of evidence. There's more stuff that we uncovered that they doctored.
I'm gonna pause it again.
To be frank with you,
interrupting him, but he's making a good point.
Yeah.
The just how you phrase a question can change a lot. Like if I ask you and I say, "Hey Nate, did you quit beating your wife?" There's no good answer to that. Yes. You're basically, oh, so you did beat her. He admitted it. He beat his wife. No. Oh, you're still beating her? You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't answer that question right.
You're kind of leading questions.
Yes. And that's really what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. You're definitely
Who do you think
right.
she is? Harris?
Reminds me of a reserved Lynn Wood. Dude, whatever happened to that guy? He was going nuts for a while.
Cuckoo's nest right now.
Probably.
you, and perhaps that will come out one day. But we won this case, and I'm not a sore loser, but what happened, or a sore winner, I should say, but what should happen is somebody should look at the conduct of these House managers. It's unconscionable, aside from all of the due process violations that my client had. And the media should be looking at a square, straight way. The straight way.
Good luck. What country are you
news,
from?
I watch one station and it's raining. I watch another station at the same time and it's sunny. Your coverage is so slanted, it's got to stop. You guys have to stop and start reporting more like PBS does rather than a TV news show that doesn't have any journalistic integrity at all. What I'm telling you is that they doctored evidence. And I believe your question says, well, it's only a Twitter check and changing a year of a date here. They switched the date of a Twitter a year to try to connect it to this case. That's not a small thing, ma'am. The other thing they did is they put a check mark on something to make it look like it was a validated account when it wasn't. And when they were caught,
Yeah,
they didn't say anything about it. They didn't even try to come up with an excuse about it. And that's not the way our...
You know, I love his point that it's not okay to doctor a little evidence.
No.
You know? You can't. That's crazy that they would do that in a presidential impeachment.
They're doing this to the fucking president. What happens to the lower levels?
Oh, man.
You know?
No, yeah. Thank God I've never gotten tied up in
cams.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel bad for anybody who's gotten ramrodded in the justice system. You know,
Oh, and it happens
just
all the time.
railroaded. That's what I'm trying
All
to
the
say.
time. And a lot of times it revolves around drugs. Drugs is an easy one to plant. It's an easy one to turn a normal human being into a felon, you know?
Right. And give them years in prison. Just say you're guilty and we'll give you 3 years, or you can go to trial and we'll give you 15. It's like, well.
That actually happened to one of my buddies. They actually gave him, it was a stupid charge. And they gave him a lawyer because he couldn't afford it. And he went in and they said, sign this, you'll do a year, you'll be out. And he said, I don't want to do it. I'm innocent. He's like, if you don't sign this, you're getting 10 years. And he said, I'm not signing it. And so he went and called his boss and said, hey, thanks for everything, but I'm going away for a year. He said, what are you talking about? And he was like, yeah, I'm charged with this. He says, hold up. And he got his lawyer on the phone and paid his lawyer $15,000 to defend him, found innocent.
Oh, thank
God. Thrown out. But
wow.
the public defender was telling him to sign it to go to jail. Probably because then the next case, the judge is probably or the prosecutor's like, all right, you gave me that one. I'll give you this one.
Oh, I bet there's tons of that.
Like that.
There's tons of that.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, should I play the rest of this?
Yeah, play it out. This is a good clip, even though it's a little bit long. It's just such a good one.
All right.
Prosecutors or our government officials should be conducting themselves. And the media shouldn't be letting them get away with it either. I'm tired of the biased media on both sides, left and right. What this country wants, what this country needs, is this country to come together, to take the left and the right and find a middle ground and start responsibly.
He needs to watch the
being
Jeep commercial.
Dude, you know the problem with his thing is that anyone who isn't far left is an evil, racist Nazi. And so it's hard to imagine the left or the far left coming to the middle. You know?
Yeah.
We are very denied.
The far
divided.
left, even though I think they're a big minority, and I think that's what
I do
YouTube
too.
and all this is showing, they have a microphone right now. And that's the fault of big tech and the media. So they're probably not going to lose that microphone anytime soon. But they've got the microphone right now. And so shame on the normal average Democrat for not being against that and standing up against it. I know.
They can't stand against the hate machine because they'll get eaten up just like anybody else.
We see it all the time. But we also see it the opposite where you're never woke enough. So you're just never woke enough.
Well, that's how it is. You can't be woke
moderate enough. Democrats, you're never be woke enough.
Yeah. So, stop trying to appease the far left.
Ask J.K. Rowling. The list goes on.
Everyone. Yeah.
Yep.
But Kenobi's right. Somebody probably will make a Thug Life
where the glasses come down.
I love those videos, man.
Yeah. Public officials are elected officials, and one of the reasons why they do it is because of the media. Because the media wants to tell their narrative rather than just telling it like it is. And frankly, I'm tired of it. I'm not a media. I'm not.
Okay, you know it's a little. We've interrupted this guy 100 times, but it's a little funny that he's just nailing this poor lady.
I can't believe they didn't cut his mic. I can't believe they didn't cut away. Can't believe they didn't lose. How many times have we seen where someone's making a good point and then CNN will lose? Oh no, we lost them. Yeah. Guys, we really didn't mean to do that. Oh no.
But he's lambasting this chick for all of the problems of the media, which I'm sure she's guilty of. And I love it too. But
think of every rational person did this to every single piece of shit talking face that interviewed them. Maybe then they would actually go home and look at themselves in the mirror and grow a backbone. Maybe then.
Maybe.
Not in front of your cameras all the time, but what I've been subjected to this last week.
I understand, and I've given you the opportunity.
You don't want to hear the truth. Yeah. Okay.
given you the opportunity. I will remind you that what I said was that for our viewers who have not been
heard what you said.
following all of the hours of this trial, to be clear about what you are speaking about. And I understand
I'm speaking
that you
about
seem
the House
very
manager's
upset.
failure to prove their case. That's what I'm telling
And
you. They
you have
weren't able to
won
prove their
the
case.
acquittal. You have won the acquittal of your client.
Yes,
and if
I
you'd like
did.
to continue to talk about this conversation, we can have that discussion.
I don't need to.
But for me to ask a question, but for me to ask a question to clarify for our viewers,
a slanted question that was set up to say it's okay for them to cheat. That was your question. Isn't it okay for them to cheat?
I didn't
it's
say
just
that.
a little bit.
But then say it's not okay then.
You said, to be fair, it was
It's
only
fine.
a check
I
on the
understand. You're
Twitter.
not-
That's what you said. You got to live by your words. That's the problem. The media has to start living by
This
the
guy's a
truth
hero.
Yeah.
and not try
All
to
right.
create a narrative.
This
Michael
is how-
Van
this is
Veen.
exactly how I feel about the media.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Exactly.
I wish we had in media that just wanted to tell
Think
the
if
truth.
everyone said this to the media.
Yeah, that would be nice. They need to hear it. So,
But anyway, he does drop his microphone and walks away.
what do you mean? He actually drops the mic?
Yep.
No, we'll play it out.
Yep.
thank you for
Citizen.
joining us. I do appreciate.
Yep.
Okay. I see you taking off your microphone now. That was President Trump's defense attorney, Michael Van Der Veen.
And how she said that there. You snarky, know-nothing, backboneless slime of a human being.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
I love that.
that was a funny interview.
We were talking about that earlier.
Hey, we have that. Let's
Yeah,
show
let's
that.
play it.
Yeah, where is that? Let me see. It's in here somewhere. Here it is. Oh,
We had to hide us.
yep.
Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video
This is
settings.
great. This is too funny.
Filters are
You
getting so
might
good.
want to take
We're
a look.
trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It
in the,
is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
Apparently, I'm just a cynical guy, but apparently that guy that had the cat filter is a piece of shit too. Put people away for like a long time for drug sentences and stuff
Oh,
like
really?
that. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's what Ned
Oh,
Pepper. Yeah, I've heard the same.
Ned Pepper. I didn't know that. That's too
Did
bad.
you see the Zoom? So it's so weird to me that you have Zoom court right now. But did you see where a kid basically was able to hack in and act like the judge?
No, but that sounds funny.
Go to YouTube and see if you can find it real quick.
Okay.
I think I might have sent it to you, but I didn't know where we could fit it in. But it's pretty funny. The guy,
What should I?
you know what? I'll send it to you. Check your phone real quick. I just sent it. Of course, it's another TikTok.
It's a TikTok.
Yeah, but I just sent it to your phone so you'd look at the at Raid Court is the guy's name.
Okay. I'll pull it up.
You know, I've had to. I've been deposed a time or two, and it's the All Rise one, the top one there, and it's pretty goddamn nerve wracking. And
We're
it
waiting
would
on the
be
judge.
way less nerve wracking to do this over Zoom. If I could just sit in my living room and sit there
Thanks,
and
Ned.
go to court or be deposed, it would be way better than going live. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. Can I do jail from Zoom?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Okay, so this is it.
Judge,
Yep.
Okay.
when the judge comes in, he'll do kind of an initial,
Well, what's the judge's name again?
Judge Coleman.
Oh yeah, okay, thank you.
There he is.
All right,
Now.
everyone. I'm here. Sorry, I was a little late.
Hi,
All right,
Judge.
All right. So let's get started. All rise. I said all rise. Yes, all rise. All rise up.
You've got to be kidding me.
Even if you're in a car, get out of the car and stand up. Come on, get out of the car and stand up.
Okay,
No
I don't believe you're
way.
the judge.
I am.
Judge, I don't
Get out of
think
the car
he's
and
the judge.
He starts laughing.
you go out of the car. Don't go in the car. What the fuck?
I'm so confused.
Alex, see, you're being charged with murder. How do you plead?
We're waiting on the judge. When the judge comes in, he'll do kind of.
That was great.
Charges him with murder.
How do you plead? That's great. That was hilarious. Good job by that guy.
Oh, so speaking of TikTok, we could use this to segue into kind of what we're starting to get into the Valentine's Day stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Should we show that video?
Well, yeah, we wanted to show you guys something. I know on the surface, it looks just like kind of like a cute little. And it is, but it brings up a bigger question.
Well, what's the judge?
Yeah. So let's
My
just show.
daughter has a Valentine, and it's the cutest thing ever.
Can they see this?
Nervousness. Crack knuckles. White face. Fix hair.
Boy's brave.
Yeah. He's nervous though. It's funny.
Hello? Okay, can you play? Kinley's not home right now. Okay.
Leaves a gift.
My daughter has a Valentine.
Okay, so yeah, just a cute little kind of nothing video of a kid knocking on the door for his Valentine.
He's a brave kid, by the way. I hope he's not getting any shit for this, you know?
So that's the thing. So she's got this doorbell cam, and now he's gone viral, kind of. You know what I mean? And it's sort of a private moment there.
So it's kind of weird because it's obviously not his parents. So we don't know the backstory. But I would feel uncomfortable if somebody else had really let's say it's a normal interaction of a kid overcoming kind of a nervous situation, and it's going viral right now. I would not feel comfortable if that was my young minor kid going viral because somebody else posted a video of it.
And I was saying when we were talking about this before the stream, I was like, I'm so glad that there weren't cameras and shit everywhere when I was 10.
Thank God.
My whole life, you know, these kids now, their whole lives have a potential at any moment to be on the internet, being seen by everybody. He's probably getting made fun of at his school a little bit.
I know. You know, we had only landlines and no cell phones and no internet.
Yeah.
So we
Thank
had
goodness.
oh gosh, hopefully her dad doesn't answer.
Yeah. But there is something where, like, you know, it's like you say,
especially in this cancel culture. Who knows what they could take offensive? Yeah.
Right.
You know, I even said to my nephew once, I said something like, "Hey, I really liked your costume." He said, "You saw that?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "You weren't there. How'd you see it?" I said, "Oh, your mom put it on Facebook." And he kind of said to me, he's like, "Somebody put pictures of me on the internet without my permission?" And he kind of makes a good point. I mean, he's a young kid. And,
yep.
And I know that's kind of what Facebook is and stuff, but at the same time,
yeah,
that choice isn't his. And there's pictures of him plastered on the internet.
Right. It's really interesting. It's an interesting question. It's kind of like that kid on YouTube that's the richest YouTuber ever. What's his name, Garrett?
Ryan something or other. Ryan's Toy Reviews, how it started.
Yeah. Okay, so look at that kid's life. Like,
yep.
He's the richest YouTuber, makes $100 million of dollars.
Yep.
I went over to Garrett's house and he showed me this.
Even just from views. So YouTube, you get an X amount of money for views. That doesn't count your advertising on top of your views. That's more money. And then with him, he's endorses a lot of stuff. So he gets sent money by people endorsing stuff. And then he has his own line of toys, clothes, towels, you name it.
And you know,
he said he clears $100 million a year, if I remember right.
And you know, off the cuff, it's like, well, good for him. He's got a really nice life set up where he'll be super rich. but he's given up complete anonymity.
Yep.
And it wasn't his choice.
Yep.
He has no idea about, especially when he was 5 and started doing the videos. You know,
And
he can't possibly understand a thing like fame.
And yeah. I mean, look how much, and I think it's different, but look how much child stars are just. We talked about this last time. They are chewed up and spit out.
Right.
And instead of society saying, "Let's go and help these people and try to figure this out," they like to point and ridicule. Say, "Oh, look at this bunch of jealous fucks going. Look at Macaulay Culkin. He looks like a crackhead."
Right.
When they don't know that Macaulay Culkin's parents stole all of his money and he's probably abused, but instead they'll laugh at him over his looks. I'm not okay with that. But when it comes to Hollywood now, they at least have it so the money is in the kid's name and it's in an account. The parents can't touch it. I'm sure with YouTube it's not. With Ryan, that's not his money. That's his parents' money.
Right, his parents are loaded.
Yeah,
but there's something about kids and
Well, there's a dark side to this. There was that mom that was adopting kids or foster kids just to make videos, and she was abusing the shit out of them, and not feeding them, keeping them in a closet, just doing horrendous stuff. I don't even want to stay on air.
Yes.
And luckily, she got caught. It was her oldest biological kid. Eventually went to the police, but she made, I think, millions of dollars. And she's doing it by
exploiting the kids.
Yeah. And then there's also like a guy named like Dad of 4, where they were basically doing mental torture to their kids, saying that like they'd film them and say, "Hey, guess what? We're putting you up for adoption. You got to go pack your stuff. We're leaving now." And he like legit be crying and stuff.
Yeah, I
and
remember that family. They got in some hot water for
There's
being
definitely
terrible
a dark
parents.
side of this too, especially when you get YouTube and big money involved.
Yeah. Okay, so
but even this, I'm still not kind of really super okay with. We don't know what happened behind the scenes. Maybe he's a neighbor and the kid's parents thought it was funny and they okayed it.
Right, maybe. But even then, he even if he did, he still can't understand the implications of being
he
put
can't
on
sign
the-
a contract,
Right.
So.
So it's like, I bringing it back to this video, I don't have a lot of, I don't think it's super terrible or anything, but I think maybe it's not cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe you should just not share this kid's private moment.
I agree. I mean,
even if it is
especially,
cutesy.
I mean, here he is overcoming a legit big fear, and this is should be a triumphant moment for him.
Right.
And he's probably at home thinking, okay, it's over with. I went there. I left the Valentine. It's over. It's over. And then the next day it blows up.
got a
I
million.
don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
There's
something to this, but
my nephew-in-law, I guess you'd say. So like his dad was gonna make him go swimming one day, and he said, "You got to invite a friend. You got to invite a friend." And he said, "I don't want." He said, "Nope. You have to call someone. You have to call someone to ask him to go swimming." So there's a girl in his class that he's like, "Oh, she swims. I'll call her." And he called her, and her dad answered. And he's obviously been nervous about this. He didn't want to do it. His dad made him. Her dad answered and yelled at him for calling her.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Not cool by the dad.
The dad actually called the other dad and explained it, saying, "Hey, I'm the one that made him do that." And so he tried to make it right. But how funny is that?
Well, the dad who yelled at the kid for calling his daughter, what's his problem?
Sure, it's just one of those.
He's just an idiot.
Weird dads, yeah. I mean, you don't remember doing that? There'd be times where you'd have a crush on someone you're this kid's age, and you call, and the dad answered, you just hang up. He's like, "I'll try again in 20 minutes."
Yeah. But why did the dad yell at him, though?
I don't know. The same reason we didn't want to talk to the parents, I'm sure, in the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to be calling my daughter. I don't know. But
I get that. As long as he wasn't super mean about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Valentine, and it's the cutest thing ever.
So speaking of hair, Ned Pepper, you're trying to give Nate a compliment on his hair. I actually found a doppelganger for Nate's hair. You want to go to that video?
I'm not sure what you mean.
It's not really a doppelganger. Go to the hair video I sent you.
Oh.
Nervous.
I was like,
since we're on topic of hair.
Bad haircut, huh? I haven't seen this.
Oh, this is a good one. Go to like 26 seconds. The first part is just him filming himself getting a haircut. But he 26 seconds.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He like goes through like the 7 stages of grief here, and it's pretty funny.
All right.
Some stuff in the hair. I didn't really explain it right. It'll grow back.
That's the shittiest fucking haircut I've ever had. There's nothing I can do with this shit.
It fucking looks like a goddamn pineapple. I look like Morrissey. What the fuck, man? God fucking damn it.
That is
It
a
does
bad
look
haircut.
bad. It does look bad. Went
It's
way
the
too
shape-
high.
With the shape of his head, too. It just does not accentuate his good features.
Dude, with that cigarette in his mouth, he looks awesome. Look at this guy. That's funny, Garrett. How'd you find this one?
I
That's the shittiest
watching this.
Look at this guy.
fucking haircut I've ever had. There's nothing I can do with this shit.
Okay.
Keep going. It's
right.
better.
It fucking looks like a goddamn pineapple. I look like Morrissey. What the fuck, man? God fucking damn it. Oh, I'm fucking livid. He's like, keep cutting more of your hair off and making it look more shitty. I'd pay $9 fucking for this. I could have done a goddamn better fucking haircut. My own goddamn fucking self. Fuck! What the fuck is this? He's like, people get this haircut, believe it or not. Dude, apparently, because you just gave it to me. God damn.
He's mad.
I get
Hold something in my arm, too. Punching shit. Hi, I'm new here. Are you a guy or a girl? Fuck you! He just kept laughing and cutting more hair off. I look like a fucking lunch lady. I know, dude. This is fucked up, man. There's really no way to fix this. You can't comb it. You can't do anything with it. I can't spike it up because it's not fucking even. Yeah, so I look like Bert and Ernie if I spike it up. Fuck! Oh, why? My beautiful hair, it's fucked.
That is what he looks like. He looks like Bert. He looks like Bert or a lunch lady.
Yeah, the shape of it. Oh, but the poor guy, like, he even starts crying here. He's like, things just aren't going my way.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I kind of want to see that, but I also kind of don't. I like him when he's bitching. He seems all right. He's gonna start crying.
That is a terrible haircut. That seriously makes his bad features worse.
Dude,
I think you passed where he was crying, but it goes on forever.
He better not actually cry.
Yeah, he actually does.
Oh.
He's like, just a lot of my life's not going well right now.
Shit.
Because what you get for paying $9 for a haircut.
I gotta see him cry now. Okay.
I think it's kind of coming up.
All right.
Look at this shit! I look like fucking Bert and Ernie!
He's fucking around.
I look like a fucking eraser. What the fuck is this? I look like a scrub brush.
I look like an eraser.
It's not a fucking haircut. My life just gets fucking worse and worse every fucking day.
Oh, shit. Bro.
I can't even have a fucking haircut that looks good.
What the fuck am I watching?
Fuck!
Garrett, what am I watching? I'm watching a grown man cry about his haircut.
Oh, man.
I get he must have a shitty job or whatever, but I don't know if he should be bawling his eyes out.
To me, it seems like this is the last straw type of thing.
I guess.
And he even kind of said that. My life's just not going good.
I guess, man.
Oh.
Get it. Do not cry about this, dude.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's delicious.
This is not a fucking haircut, bro. Oh my god. I can't even, every time I look at myself, this is fucking awful. Oh, god damn it. Oh, fuck. Why? God.
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. This guy crying. What is he doing?
Oh, God.
And he's streaming this? Went from hilarious to super sad. Yeah, and super funny.
Right back to hilarious.
yeah, exactly. I gotta see if he pulls it together.
Can't anything get better in my fucking life? I can't even have fucking hair. I got nothing. I got no job. I got no fucking money. Oh, God, help me. I'm fucking having a breakdown.
You're having one. You're having a breakdown. He does look like that.
Oh God! What the fuck is this? You fucking asshole! I look like a goddamn fucking paintbrush!
Jared, I can't get over this.
Haircut. He's kind of right. He can't do anything with it.
He can put on a hat. He can quit crying. That's step one.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He needs to take a razor to that thing, and then he needs to get in the gym, and he needs to figure out his diet. He needs to pull himself out of this funk.
Yeah, dude.
Is what he needs to do.
But you know, it's weird to see a guy go from saying hilarious shit like, I look like Bert and Ernie, I look like, you know, whatever else he said, to crying his eyes out. Don't cry. Gee, I'm sorry to keep saying that, but I don't know if I've ever seen a grown man cry about a haircut before. Have you?
I don't even think the Gorilla Glue lady cried this much.
No.
Her head would turn into a bowling ball for a month.
That's right. If anyone should have cried, it should have been her. Actually, thinking back, she almost cried during it, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
Like, she even kind of said, like, this is life now.
What is this guy doing? I get that. I feel bad. I mean, I feel bad for the guy. It's hard not to.
It almost like the barber knew that he messed up. He's like, it's okay. He'll grow back. It's okay. I'll look okay 4 months from now.
This is the men of today. This is the funniest video I've ever seen, I think.
Oh, God.
What do you think? What's going on? I might as well dip my head in a fucking bucket of paint and drown myself. What the fuck is this? My heart hurts. Oh, God. My beautiful hair. Fuck.
I can't tell. Like, he's a funny guy. He's like, he's at least half kidding there.
You know, it's funny. I keep saying beautiful hair. This is the point. So you'll see, like, I'm going to be mean here, all right?
All right.
You'll hear all the time of people that will say, like at the bars, like, it took me 2 hours to get ready. It took me 2 hours to get ready. Do you know what would look better than working on your hair and makeup for 2 hours? If you were in the gym for 2 hours.
Yeah. Well,
you know, you'll see these people that are, you're putting
lipstick on a pig.
Fucking yeah, exactly. Without being too mean.
Well, you're absolutely
all the time.
Yeah.
Your purple hair that you dyed purple and cut short is not taking away your future, lady.
Oh, man. I mean, the obesity pandemic is the real pandemic.
Yeah.
And girls trying to be sexy who are way overweight are wasting their time. They need to go run. I mean, really, if they're busting their ass doing their hair, you're right. They should bust their ass at the gym first.
So Kenobi said the men of today. Do we show him the A-bomb video that we found?
What A-bomb video?
The Valentine's Day one. The other Valentine's Day one we're going to show. You silly goose. Did you forget?
Oh. Yeah, let's show that.
We've got it now. It kind of fits in. So this is a trend for Valentine's Day where like significant others will put on supposedly a sexy outfit and go and show their significant other. This one's going viral for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled for more reasons than that.
I didn't want to bring it up. I don't want to be mean either. I mean, people should have.
I don't either.
You know, definitely go and doll up, but use your time wisely. Don't spend 3 hours putting on makeup when a workout would look better. You know. Yeah.
In fact, a workout.
Look better, feel better, be better.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
And if, obviously if anyone,
have good hygiene, do all of that.
And if people don't want to be skinny, that's fine with me too.
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
be. I don't care. Be however you want. Okay, should we play this?
Yeah.
Stay.
Wait, I'm going to restart it.
Surprising my boyfriend with a sexy outfit for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. You silly goose. You're so silly.
Surprising.
You're so silly.
What the
So
hell?
she goes and dresses herself up. And he tells her she's so silly and the creepiest voice ever.
Yeah.
My boyfriend.
He comes off as so creepy on this.
Oh, this girl had to turn off like comments on the video, and it's kind of going viral right now. People are duetting it, making fun of it, and oh my god.
With a sexy outfit for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Yeah. You silly goose. You're so silly.
Ugh, what the Is that supposed to turn her on, him talking like that?
You silly goose. You're so silly.
It's hard to watch.
So silly. Calls her a silly goose.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ugh. There's a problem in this country, dude.
That's such a funny video. And they uploaded that thinking that it was going to, obviously hoping it goes viral. Probably
it did.
Laugh at it and not laugh at it the way we're laughing at it.
Yeah, man. Anyway.
Surprising.
Yeah. I don't like watching that video.
My boyfriend.
I know, it gives you the DVG
business.
All right. So speaking of TikTok, really quick. She says you're going to be asked to sleep on one of our couches, probably.
Absolutely.
You know what? Let's save that other TikTok for a different day. We're kind of halfway short on time. You know, we've talked a lot about. Fuck, we'll pull up a quick. You want to pull up TikTok Sleepwalker?
Okay.
You know, we like to say real, fake, real or fake.
These sleepwalking clips.
This is a TikToker that claims that she's basically a chronic sleepwalker, and so she started filming herself. And to say this is going viral is an understatement. She has like 500 million likes, and I don't even know how many views, and like over 30 or 40 million followers.
Weird.
And nobody says what I think is the obvious. I just want you to play this and tell me what you think.
Okay. All right.
I mean, she's making big bank off of these.
So she might have came up with a great grift here.
Maybe.
A great scam.
Maybe.
Or maybe she... We'll
Clips
see.
are Smart. Gold star. Wait.
I mean, I already think it's fake.
Yeah, me too. In the comments, there's nobody talking about being fake. They're all goes, "Oh, you're so funny. What's next?" Some of them, she goes outside and stuff.
You know, saying like gold star.
Half
fake.
500 million likes. That's a lot of likes.
She's probably making a living off this now.
Probably. All for...
Good for her.
Which I think are fake sleepwalking.
Right.
And you know, she kind of acts like a toddler.
Run. Yeah, you see her run there. Like, I don't think you do that when you're asleep.
I just flipped you off.
Yeah, ha ha ha.
Yeah, she kind of like acts and talks like a toddler in a lot of these.
She does a good job being center on this camera.
Yeah.
If she was asleep, she wouldn't be able to do that very well. My brother sleptwalked growing up and doesn't look rude to me.
Oh, do you remember when he had that fever dream? When he had that fever? He came running into the room. Oh,
what's that?
His poor brother. It's not my story to tell or anything. But his brother's having a fever dream, and he came running into the room and started screaming and kind of like bent down. And Robert went to check on him, and his brother thought he's trying to kill him and turned around and hit him.
Well, they say it's dangerous to wake a sleepwalker.
Yeah, his was more like a fever dream. He was fighting something.
Well, this shit is obviously fake.
Okay, good. I kind of thought so too. But it's just so viral right now.
Let me see this.
Yeah, like where's that mannequin come from there?
Throws that. No, I mean, come on, get this out of my face.
Yeah.
Fake and lame.
Yep. All right, we're filing that away with the dancing robots bullshit.
No kidding.
All right. We should go over your email one more time.
Okay.
There's a rap I want you. We saw the fake woke rap the other day, which is getting deplatformed, by the way. Fake woke is getting deplatformed. I think it's taken off
I'm not
like
surprised.
Apple iTunes and stuff. He also pissed out a lot of you. Yeah, he did.
That's funny.
And so, that's being deplatformed. Even though it doesn't say anything bad. They're not. You just cannot have a conservative slant at all anymore. Well, here's a rap that I want you to see. Go to. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You got the vaccine. You got the vaccine.
Hang on.
This is Run DMC, by the way.
They got the vaccine. We got the vaccine. We can get back to normal. Let me inform you. Let's all get the vaccine. It's about community immunity. I'm talking unity for you and me. If Doc says it's good, then trust me, it's good. Now let's all get the vaccine. All right, there is none.
Did you say
Doc says it's good? Trust me, it's good. That's not how science works. It's not how reasoning works. That's not how anything should go.
Science, Garrett? Science.
So obviously this is a propaganda piece.
Yeah, this
It's
song
obvious
sucks.
It's obvious who it's preaching to. I don't know how this isn't racist garbage.
Well, it's a shitty rap song right off the
But
bat.
seriously, they're acting like, okay, so for you guys, you don't understand. We'll draw a picture for you and sing it to you. That's what I feel from this.
Yeah.
But keep playing, it gets worse.
DMC, I will inspire. Time for us to trust and not debate. The vaccine believe
Yeah.
it's safe to take. Nah.
No, I didn't listen.
It's time for us to trust and not debate.
That's
what
what,
it said
dude.
there.
That's what they want so badly. Is don't question. Don't ask questions.
They're turning it into, you don't have the proper credentials to ask questions and debate.
That's
And then
that's the biggest trend that I hate the most
Yep.
in society now.
Yep.
Is I go, I don't know about COVID, and they go, oh really? Where's your virology degree?
Yep.
Well, I don't have
And then-
one. I'm just a
and
guy with a
then-
brain.
You find someone with a virology degree that says it. Good fucking bye. Good luck.
Oh yeah, they better say
It's
what.
even worse. It's even worse.
Yeah, it's a real problem, dude. This idea, this appeal to authority of expert, just trust the experts.
I mean, you've seen it. We had a friend, like we're doctors. We had a friend say to us that we had no business Googling if masks work because we can't understand it. You remember that?
Who?
So who told you that? Google?
Oh yeah. Whatever. I mean, that's what our society just says. Look, if you aren't Dr. Fauci, your opinion doesn't matter. And it's like, well, I disagree.
Yep.
That's what I hate. I think.
And you don't have to be doctors to be able to disseminate information. That's
No.
the whole point of the information age. It's there for everybody.
Right.
Science isn't about not questioning. That's not what science is.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, they're making that though. They're making science whatever the left says.
This is another, always bring up a good point. They're calling it vax. So vaccines are a huge category. That's like saying medicine doesn't work. Have there been medicines that don't work? Yes. Have there been medicines that have been pulled because they've hurt people? Yes. The exact same thing with vaccines. There was a flu shot very recently that was going on in Europe that gave a bunch of people narcolepsy.
Yeah.
Just because something's a vaccine doesn't mean it makes it automatically safe. That's the reason we have giant trials for vaccines.
Right.
You can't lump every vaccine together and say it's safe. And it doesn't make you anti-vax to look at the science of something and want safety trials on something.
Right.
I mean, there's been vaccines that have passed government standards that were later pulled because they harmed people. So if you didn't get that vaccine, were you anti-vax?
Yeah, you
How
would
about now? How about if you get that if you wouldn't get that vaccine, now are you anti-vax? Even though you know it's going to give you narcolepsy?
Right.
Are you going to virtue signal hard enough that you're going to take a vaccine that you knows will give you narcolepsy?
People would. People would.
Oh, big time.
In order to not be anti-vax, they would take a pulled, harmful vaccine. And, you know, we're not anti-vax.
No.
But this...
I got a daughter. She's fully vaccinated.
This vaccine is brand new, untried in humans, mRNA vaccine. And you want to tell me it's scientific to just sign up and just be the guinea pigs for this?
And you know what?
Go ahead. Go ahead if you want to.
I would say, I have no problem. It's a risk-reward thing. If I'm in a risk category, I'm taking it. I think it's probably less risky. But don't force people to take it, especially when they admit that you getting the vaccine won't help you not spread it to other people. There goes any argument for forcing someone to get the vaccine.
You still got to wear masks, still got to socially distance. Why are we doing this? Doesn't prevent you from getting the virus? Okay.
But don't force people to get it, and don't have vaccine passports to get on a plane, because you not getting the vaccine isn't harming other people. Because the vaccine, if anything, someone getting the vaccine, they're going to go and be super spreaders without knowing they have it. Whereas if someone without the vaccine supposedly gets it, they're symptomatic, they stay home.
It's going to be a really interesting next 4 years with the vaccine debates and things.
Especially since the natural progression of this virus is definitely on the downturn.
Absolutely it is. It's already on a way out.
Much as media and the government doesn't want it to be, this is on the downswing.
Yeah. Now that winter is over, this virus is in big trouble.
Yep. It's
much to the chagrin of the Democrats.
It's going to turn into the cold. It's going to be another cold, probably a more violent cold, but just like the swine flu is now just the flu. You got to play out this rap before we move on.
Oh, okay.
Better.
But before we'll come right back to it. But just speaking about what we're saying is, in Nepal, they locked down. And the economy, the people were starving to death because they have no money there, you know? So they reopened up. And the virus is almost completely gone. They've been just completely ignoring it. And because of that, there's I read a little thing in here. It said, you know, overall, it seems the virus has been contained at this stage. There was 300 cases in January, you know. Oh, yeah. In total, just over 2,000 people have died since the beginning in a population of nearly 30 million.
And, you know, here in America, it definitely is turning into a red versus blue thing. But the blue does not want to let this go until some impossible measure, I guess. I got a newsflash for you. COVID's not going away. COVID is here for the rest of eternity, basically. It's not going away.
Yeah, I know. But you're right. They want some sort of magic zero case zero. It's like that'll never happen.
This is the anti-vaxxers' fault or the anti-maskers' fault. Right. So that's why I'm not gonna be mad at the government for taking away my job and my freedom and putting me on house arrest. It's this guy who lives a couple towns over that doesn't wear a mask.
Right, it's his fault that we have to wear masks because he won't wear a mask. So that's why we have to wear masks. It's like, oh man, the circular logic is so bad.
Yeah. So you have to play out that rap though.
All right.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, man. It's up to anybody. You want to get the vaccine? God bless you. I'll never try to stop you from doing that. Yep. But I'm certainly not getting it. And you shouldn't try to force me to. No. I really think mandatory vaccines coming down the line at some point.
I think it's going to be strongly compelled. Strongly compelled.
You know, that's against the Nuremberg Code.
You know what, Nate? Don't get the vaccine, but don't expect to be able to eat at a restaurant or go shopping or get on a plane or yada, yada, yada.
Yep. And I won't, by the way.
Good news and bad news, yep.
So it's just like, well, I guess I can't go outside, but no, we'll see.
What's different than right now anyway?
Yeah.
And people won't get sick. That's 90% effective and legit. This COVID thing is real and it will find you. It's killing our people. Let me remind you. Back in the days, there was polio, smallpox. Back in the days,
syphilis. I don't know why people trust the government, man. How about
Isn't it
syphilis?
nuts?
Mention the syphilis
Yeah,
that the
yeah,
government
the
gave to
Tuskegee,
the African American community on purpose. That was
and denied them any care to see if they would go crazy or die first.
right.
While they spreading it to their partners.
You know who did that? Doctors, experts, government officials. I don't know why people trust these people.
Man, back in the day, but because of the vaccines, none of those saved. Vaccines, they work to trigger immunity. 2 shots, we got antibody security. We gotta act now. No need to wait. Get your vaccine before it's too late.
You know, in Britain, I
Isn't
saw.
that terrible?
Oh God, that was awful. Especially because the song just sucked on its own. You know? He really phoned it in.
How far has he fallen? Holy shit.
No kidding. Talk about selling out. But hey, I'll come there, Kenobi, and eat.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me come in. But what were we talking about?
The shitty cartoon of fake woke.
Oh yeah. I saw Boris Johnson giving a press conference saying that like every 3 months he's going to be asking people to get vaccinated probably.
They
kind of
said
indefinitely.
Notice how they said 2 vaccines. Just get 2 shots. Your antibodies take over. This isn't stopping at 2 shots. That's a 2 weeks to flatten the curve. And that's a Fauci's 60% of the population needs to do this for immunity. Oh, now it's 70. Oh, now it's 90%.
Right. And wear 3 masks.
So Fauci's a proven liar. He lied about the masks and he claimed he had excuses. He lied about how many people need to get the vaccine for herd immunity. He admitted to lying about that. So I mean, this is a government official lying to everybody. He now just won an award from some Israeli science defenders group for $1 million. Our government official is getting paid by a foreign nation $1 million.
Yeah.
Explain to me how that's all right.
He sees a snake. I don't know. But you know, do you know why? And we showed this on a different one, but it's just money he should have got for being a major league pitcher. I can't.
You're probably better off putting this in YouTube, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But I love this video so much. This video.
Look at, he's already like that form. This guy hasn't lifted his arm up over his head ever, it looks like.
Because people were testing positive for HIV after the vaccine. I didn't see that.
Yeah, Australia, like giant backs, they're not letting through.
How scary would that be?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, now that you say that, I do remember it. And they were saying it was, they were saying it was false positives for HIV. So hopefully they don't actually have HIV.
Yeah, that'd be miserable.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody started testing positive. I remember that now. Oh my God. Here's Fauci.
To throw out this ceremony.
About as accurate as his predictions.
Yeah, about as accurate as all of his advice has been.
Why is that asshole only wearing one mask? Doesn't he care about people?
Yeah.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
What a murder.
Dude, what a crazy world. And it's just going to I think it's still getting weirder every day. It should start getting less weird, but it's not.
Oh, speaking of weird, if we want to lighten it up again. So you guys have obviously followed our show. You know we do. The left is crazy. And we started doing our right is crazy. Well, we got the Libertarian Party. It's crazy here.
Libertarian Party is crazy.
And we're libertarian philosophy, I guess. We're not part of the Libertarian Party.
If I had to pick a political group, I would say I'm a libertarian.
I actually register as libertarian. I didn't vote
small
Libertarian
government, leave us alone. Capitalism.
I like the idea of a third party kind of rising up and stuff. So I support the party. I wouldn't say I'm an adherent to the party. Right. But I can look at libertarian stuff and know there's some funny shit that comes out of it. And this clip is one of my favorites.
But I can never vote for the candidate. Gary Johnson was so bad.
Every time that I've ever voted until his last election, which isn't much. A lot of times I skip because it's all bullshit anyway.
I did.
But I've always voted. I voted for Gary Johnson twice now. And I never will again. Let's put it that way.
Kenobi asked, and I had it ready, so I got the Sandblaster hood. Let's see if you can see it. I've been wearing it.
hopefully some funny video coming soon with that.
I've been wearing it. It's definitely they don't know what to think. It's been funny.
I don't know why they don't know what to think. Yeah, I don't. Conspiracy theorists again, but Trump versus Hillary was the prime time for a third party to rise up. I mean, people generally disliked both candidates. They were sick of government. They wanted an outsider. And the Libertarian Party ran about the worst candidates you could ever run without it being so over the board where you're saying, all right, I'm calling shenanigans. Gary Johnson's a clown, whatever. The Aleppo thing, whatever. It's not important. But what is important is his pick for vice president was horrid. He picked Bill Weld, who is not a libertarian, never was. I think he was like in the Republican Party for years and basically got ousted there. As he's running for president on the ballot in 50 states, he endorsed Hillary Clinton. As he's running for vice president, he endorsed somebody that wasn't who he was running with.
Yeah, that's really
Tell me
funny.
how that's okay. And the Libertarian Party went with it. I used to donate to the Libertarian Party. I'll never donate again. They're not getting a goddamn penny from me.
Yeah.
I'm done with them. Done with them.
Yeah, don't waste your money.
Yeah.
All right, should I play this, Garrett?
Yeah, play it. So this is a debate. We obviously know that we see the Democrat debate, the Republican debate, and then, of course, the joint debates. This was the Libertarian debate before the vote to see who's going to be the Libertarian candidate for president.
Have to have a government-issued license to drive a car.
Hell no. What's next? Requiring a license to make toast in your own damn toaster?
Get that guy! Where is he?
The crowd is cheering him. Hell no. So if you guys missed it, they asked if there should be a driver's test or any sort of basically anything you should have to do before you can drive a car. You need to get a driver's license. The first guy said, "Hell no." The second guy says, "What's next? A license to make toast in your own damn toaster?"
Yeah, I even have a license to go to sleep. Get out of here.
And they get cheered, of course, which I would probably cheer them too while I'm laughing.
I'd like to see some competency exhibited by people before they drive.
He gets booed.
That's funny.
I love it. I love that. Even though
I do too.
If you ask me, I'd probably say no. I don't think we should need to have driver's license, I guess.
Yeah, Garrett.
Hell no.
Hell no.
What's next? A license to make toast in your own toaster?
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I am extremely irritated with the Libertarian Party. I think Joe Jurgensen was fine. They should have ran her 4 years ago then.
I don't even
She
remember.
seems to have a lot of really good views and stuff. I haven't found anything I dislike about her. Other than I could tell you a lot about Gary Johnson and literally everything about Bill Weld. Bill Weld had no business being anywhere near the Libertarian Party, let alone being on the ballot for vice president.
Yeah.
There's just no excuse for that.
Well, let's see, Garrett. I've got a couple just random things.
Good.
Let's see.
It'd be nice to show some to
Oh.
size off, so to speak.
Here's just a random little video. Let me see what you think of this. Ready?
Yeah.
I want the record to reflect that I did not call Senator Sanders an ignorant slut. Okay?
Thank you. I don't know how I should take that, Senator Kennedy, but Senator Kane.
He really said that. That really
Did he?
happened. That was like pretty recently. Because
Did he actually call him an ignorant slut?
no, he was asking this lady on the right over here. She apparently had tweeted mean things, and she's being nominated for something. I don't really know the story, and she had said mean things about a bunch of people. And Senator Kennedy is talking to her, and he says, "You called Bernie Sanders everything except an ignorant slut." And then he went and made sure that it was on the record that he didn't call Sanders an ignorant slut. I just think that's a hilarious little.
Well, I think Sanders is an ignorant slut. So,
Oh, Garrett.
yeah, that's why I don't bother to vote. Like Mingles is saying, they'll never let a third party just because the media's got it locked down. The
Yeah.
presidential,
It's
whatever
absolutely
that group
rigged.
is, like whatever that group is that decides who gets to be in the debates or not.
Right.
They it's just so set up against a third party. And even then, you only have, they act like there's this giant list of people, vote for whoever, we vote for whoever. That's not how it works. They basically give you two people. Once in a while, someone like Trump will slide through, but everyone knew that even when it looked like it was a statistical impossibility, everyone knew Biden wasn't out of this because he was the media's darling. The media decided. Same thing with the Democrat primary this year. You remember how there was tons of people? Like what, 11, 12 people at first, whittled down?
Yeah.
That's how it is every year, other than the year that Hillary Clinton won. That year, it was her, Sanders, and I think it was O'Malley. 3 people. That's got to be the lowest Democrat primary in the history of the U.S. by a lot. But of course, they already pre-selected Hillary, and Sanders threw a wrench in that by taking off, I guess you'd say. The news companies will want, I agree, because their ratings are going to be garbage.
But they won't want him to win.
Trevor Noah is going to be pumping gas in like 2 months, and CNN's already for sale because they know the ratings are going to drop. I think they're going to secretly want him to win, and they're going to then, for the next 4 years, tell us how all of our problems are from him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were watching earlier, but I really think that nobody's excited about Biden. Every time he speaks, there's way more downvotes than upvotes, and they don't even bother to even pretend anymore. Now they're asking because the press secretary was getting made fun of because she couldn't answer anything and kept saying, I'm going to circle back to you. Now they're asking media to send in their questions beforehand, so they're being pre-screened so they can write talking points for her because they can't answer a question. And people are okay with that. It's crazy.
Yeah, what a joke, man.
He isn't going to do it already, he said. I am a little skeptical of that. But I agree with you. I think if the last month or two went differently, he was going to run again. But I think the Capitol thing was kind of the
I think he'll run again.
I
think Kenobi might have been saying he won't run as third party. He'll run as Republican.
Oh, for sure he'd run as a Republican.
Yeah, but he might not run, but he might.
I before that whole thing happened, I thought for sure they were setting it up, but.
Well, just real quick, we were talking about the Democrats and the Republicans. Yep. That's really the deep state status quo working together, keeping everybody who's not a team player out.
The Democrats and the Republicans are on the same side of the same coin.
Yeah,
let's
really.
not kid ourselves.
There's no real difference.
Nobody in government. There's not a good team versus a bad team. It's just a bunch of soulless
lizards,
egomaniacs ruling over the ignorant few.
Yeah,
in their minds, the ignorant majority is what's going on there.
Yeah.
It's everyone, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type of thing. They're not enemies. It's WWF or WWE or whatever.
Right. Yeah, it's too bad because the American people lose and the world loses.
And we don't have a media to protect us and point it out.
Yep.
So much easier to control people if you create teams and pit those teams together.
Absolutely. Here's a 10-second video that's kind of cool.
I sat idle, except for this one, but these mates weren't willing to explain. Did you realise there's a lockdown?
Can't wait for some of these names. These are going to be good
If there's a lockdown, stay the fuck home then. If you're worried about it, Mr. Fake fucking internet points reporter, stay home.
Yep.
If you're really scared for your life, you're not out there risking your life to go and bring the story to the people. You know that there's zero chance that you get injured being there. You know it's not dangerous, but you want a virtue signal.
Yep, exactly.
God, that makes me angry.
Me too. What are you doing here, reporter? Isn't it super dangerous? I'm barbecuing. You should go run in the other direction, right? That's the thing about the masks, man. That is the point about masks. Why are you outside at all?
They knew what they were doing when they said a mask doesn't protect you, it protects other people. They knew it. Then it's the perfect virtue signal. Then it takes it from, I'm not worried about it. My body, my choice. They knew they had to do that.
Yep. Which this is a good video on this point that we're making. So this lady, I'll read this thing. An LA County health inspector dances moments after ordering Bravery Brewing to close. She ended up being wrong. She ruined their Super Bowl business. And so this is a health inspector. This is right after she made them close. Unjustly. Like they were following the rules, but she still made them close. So let's watch her, Garrett.
Before you play this, you want to pause it quick? I've had some people tell me, we've shown some videos of government trying to shut down businesses, and they'll have like a health inspector there and bring in the cops, and rightfully so, the people are yelling at the health inspectors. And I've had people say, I feel kind of bad for that health inspector. Don't. They're fucking mini dictators that are trampling the Constitution and ruining lives, all for a shitty paycheck.
Right.
Be a better person. Be better.
And they're really on power trips.
Yes.
And they're not good people, you know.
No.
And yeah, don't feel bad for them. They are ruining America. Like this lady. And they love it. That's the thing about these people. That's the thing about mini dictators. They secretly like what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like this lady. She starts dancing in a second. I mean, she just destroyed these people's business, you know? Just doing a jig. All right, that's the
What are the comments on that?
Why was it closed? Why was she wrong?
Hopefully they're ruining her.
I like this one. If she gets laid off from her job, will she be dancing? You know?
Hopefully there's some backlash to this in her personal life.
There won't be. She'll be fine.
I hope you're wrong, but you're probably not.
Here's a nice little thing Candace Owens said. Pretending to be offended by everything is a type of authoritarianism.
Especially in the cancel culture era.
Yeah. Health inspectors are some of the worst government. I've dealt with them. I feel bad for you.
Even on the good times, I'm sure they're terrible.
I'm sure. If you start apologizing to woke supremacists, you'll never stop. I like that. You know, woke supremacist is a nice little term because they really are woke. You're either woke like me or you're like not human.
And you'll never be as woke as them.
Yeah, exactly. Ever. Oh God, it's like
we need to do
a woke
segment.
contest.
We got to do a segment on the woke eating the woke because there's a lot of examples and they're growing every day. We've got to do that as a segment.
That would be great. They are sadists who want complete control of everything we do and say. Yeah, I agree, Candace.
Yep.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, one more good one that we should maybe end it on. Yeah, no, we're sorry. We haven't done the conspiracy theory in a long time.
Oh, let's end it on that.
We haven't done the health one in a long time. But we're kind of still playing catch up from that 2-week hiatus we did. We're probably going to do, for people that were following the SMcG thing, we'll probably do an SMcG show here soon where we spend an hour going over all the new stuff.
Oh, man. Here it is. Okay, so here's this is what we'll end on, Garrett. It's a little conspiracy about Britney Spears. who we've.
Ooh, good. That's our very first conspiracy theory.
That's
segment,
right. She was
by the
our very
way.
first conspiracy theory segment. So let's
And
see.
really, it's blown up since then. If you've noticed that,
Yeah, it's getting more mainstream, isn't it?
big time. And now it's almost like when we were doing it, we had TMZ and everyone basically saying, "Duh, this is stupid. This is nothing abnormal about this. It's for her own good." And now it's. I think there was a mini documentary that came out about her or something that got public opinion again. And her dad lost the bid to be the main holder over her estate, but he's still at 50-50. But I guess he was pissed and charged out of court and everything.
That's awesome that he lost.
Guys,
that.
I have a good conspiracy theory for you guys. We would love to hear it.
Yeah, what is it?
Because we're working on like 5 of them right now. We've got to just sit down and get through the S. McGee thing because that is still
we still got to do that. That's still going.
We might have to seriously do just a whole show on it this week.
Yeah. But it's funny because I had never heard of that Free Britney thing until you brought it up for that conspiracy. I've heard about a bunch since.
The timing was kind of good because it's blown up after we did that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what this chick has to say, huh?
For more celebrity conspiracy theories, so this one is one of my personal favorites. That Britney Spears was hired by the US government and paid by George Bush to do a bunch of reckless stuff in order to distract people from what he was doing. And the dates add up. George Bush was involved in a huge CIA scandal the exact same day that Britney Spears got married for 55 hours. The day before.
Okay, so just about that one. When she got married for like 2 days like that? That is a great example of if she was doing it, go get married to some idiot.
Should we finally peel that Band-Aid off and do the Johnny Gosh story?
Yeah, we absolutely should.
Yeah.
That's great.
Just seeing Bush kind of just reminded me of it a bit. And
dude, the Johnny Gosh story is so great as far as I think I believe that crap.
You're probably have to take the lead on that one. Well, we should start that.
Yeah.
Dennis Martin involves the FBI, Green Berets killing off feral people. I've never heard the term feral people until about 3 hours ago, and now I hear it again.
Oh, really? That's funny when that happens.
Yeah.
Killing off feral people in the Smoky Mountains.
Thank you for the lead.
Yeah, Dennis Martin. Remember Dennis Martin, Garrett, and we'll look into that. That's awesome. Okay, let's keep this
For a
going.
huge midterm election, Britney Spears and Kevin Federline announced that they were splitting up. Bush announced the reformation of Al-Qaeda, which was huge news, which just so happened to be the day that Britney Spears shaved her head. And then there was this clip that was in Michael Moore's documentary Fahrenheit 9/11 that really sealed the deal for a lot of people.
Honestly, I think we should just trust our president in every decision that he makes, and we should just support that, and be faithful in what happens.
Do you trust?
That's as dumb as Run DMC.
Okay, you guys asked for.
Just trust the guy. Just trust the president in everything he says.
Her and DMC should hang out.
They should. If she was hired, she did a great job of shilling for him.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's start working the Johnny Gosh story because people don't know that story.
Yep. It's really interesting. And it ties in with George Bush. And
DZD, we didn't get to stock talk today because President's Day kind of ran out of time.
Yeah, but another fun show, Garrett.
Yep, it was. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thanks everybody. When are we coming back?
What is it today? Monday?
Yeah. Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, probably?
Yeah. We just got to get a good schedule and stick to it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mondays is a good one because we kind of have the post-weekend and everything. God, do we just do Monday, Thursdays in a weekend show? Or is Monday, Thursdays even for right now?
We'll have to talk about it. We'll see what works out best.
Okay.
Thanks. Thanks everyone. Peace.
Yeah, had to come through and let you know. Keep it locked, this is the Nate and Garrett Show. Talking current events, let the conversation begin. Everything from conspiracies, yeah, I'm talking aliens. Truth bombs that many never knew. We talking politics, everything up to the moon. Was the landing real or fake? I guess you'll never know. Let's talk, this is the Nate and Garrett Show, yeah. So lend me your ear, let's get it poppin'. You know that we keep it live, non-stopping. Educate and entertain, there ain't no doubt. After you listen, you'll be thinking way outside the box. From media dishonesty, never let them play you. Keep it authentic nowadays, many can't do. Unfiltered is how we do it. Make sure you stay locked in and tuned in, let's go. Had to come through and let you know. Keep it locked, this is the Nate and Garrett Show. Talking current events, let the conversation begin. Everything from conspiracies, yeah, I'm talking aliens. The Nate and Garrett Show.